Hello and welcome to this video. Today, we're going to imagine what the world would look like if Bitcoin, the famous digital currency, became the world's reserve currency. But before we dive into that, let's talk a little bit more about what Bitcoin is, and how it came to be. Bitcoin is a digital currency that was invented in 2009 by an unknown person or group of people using the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. It was created as a response to the global financial crisis of 2008, which many people saw as a failure of the traditional financial system. Bitcoin is based on a technology called blockchain, which allows transactions to be recorded and verified securely and transparently. It's decentralized, meaning that it's not controlled by any government or financial institution. Instead, it's managed by a network of users around the world who run specialized software to maintain the blockchain and verify transactions. Since its invention, Bitcoin has been growing in popularity and value. It's now considered by many to be the future of money, and a potential replacement for traditional currencies like the US dollar or the euro. But what would the world look like if Bitcoin actually became the world's reserve currency? First of all, it would mean that Bitcoin would be used as the main way to store and transfer value around the world. People and businesses would use it to buy and sell goods and services, and governments and central banks would use it to manage their economies and monetary policies. This would have many benefits. For one, it would make transactions faster, cheaper, and more secure. Because Bitcoin is digital, it can be sent and received almost instantly, anywhere in the world. And because it's decentralized, it's less vulnerable to fraud and tampering than traditional currencies. Another benefit is that it would make the global financial system more transparent and inclusive. The blockchain technology that powers Bitcoin allows for a public and verifiable record of all transactions, which would make it easier to track and prevent money laundering and other financial crimes. And because anyone can use Bitcoin, it would give people in developing countries and underbanked communities access to the global financial system. But there are also some downsides to consider. For example, Bitcoin is still a relatively new and volatile technology, and its value can fluctuate wildly. This could make it a risky and unpredictable currency to use for everyday transactions. Additionally, the decentralized nature of Bitcoin could also create challenges for governments and central banks. Because it's not controlled by any one entity, it would be harder for them to manage their economies and monetary policies, and they would have to find new ways to regulate and stabilize the currency. Furthermore, the transition to a Bitcoin-based global financial system would not be without its challenges. It would require a significant infrastructure investment and coordination between governments, businesses, and individuals to adopt and use Bitcoin on a large scale. However, despite these challenges, the benefits of a Bitcoin-based global financial system could be enormous. It could enable a more efficient, secure, and transparent way to store and transfer value around the world, and it could open up new opportunities for economic growth and innovation. But of course, it's impossible to predict the future with certainty. It's possible that Bitcoin may never become the world's reserve currency, or that some other digital currency may take its place. But one thing is for sure. The world of money and finance is changing, and the rise of Bitcoin and other digital currencies is a big part of that change. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. What do you think the world would look like if Bitcoin became the world's reserve currency? Let us know in the comments below. In the meantime, we'll continue to follow the developments and innovations in the world of Bitcoin and digital currencies. Who knows what the future may hold? Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Until next time, goodbye.